Howdy, folks. I hope everybody been having a good day, or will have a good day. This is Alan here for today's news. This article here is from The Guardian. And it's most U.S. pet food contaminated with forever chemicals, study finds. Much of America's pet food packaging could be contaminated with PFAS, forever chemicals, PFAS, I guess it's called, creating a potentially dangerous exposure to the toxic compounds for cats and dogs. In a recent study, public health advocates, the Environmental Working Group, EWG, checked 11 bags of pet foods and found that all of them contained the substance, including several at extremely high levels. This represents a significant source of PFAS in the home environment, says Sydney Vance, a science analysis with the EWG. PFAS substances are a class of about 12,000 compounds used to make products resist water, stains, and heat. They're called forever chemicals because they don't naturally break down, accumulating in humans and animals. PFAS are linked to a range of serious health problems like cancer, birth defects, kidney disease, and liver. The chemicals are likely used in pet food bags to make them repel grease. For cats, the highest level were detected in the Meow Mix, tender centers, salmon, and chicken flavored dry cat food at more than 600 parts per million. Purina cat chow complete chicken showed over 350 ppm, while Blue Buffalo, IAMS, and Rachel Ray Nutritious all had levels of less than 100 ppm. For dogs, kibbles and bits, bacon, and steak flavor registered just under 600 ppm, followed by Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula Chicken and Brown Rice Recipe at 150 ppm. Other dog foods made by Purina, IAMS, and Pedigree had much lower amounts, while some other PFAS levels are considered by public health advocates to be high. No legal framework to measure it exists. A second test checked some of the bags for individual PFAS compounds like PFBA, which is known to cause liver and kidney problems and harm the immune system in humans. The study did not check the pet food for PFAS, though based on past research that found the chemicals leach from fast food wrappers into human foods. It's likely that the chemicals are contaminating the products. The EWG said the chemicals can also separate from bags and end up in homes. No top pet food manufacturers appear to have committed to stop using PFAS in their packaging, the report states. Despite pressure from public health advocates, the Food and Drug Administration has refused to ban the use of PFAS in food packaging, and efforts to do so via legislation have died in Congress. You know, they don't care about your pets. They're not human. They don't care. But it's getting into human food too, though. It's going into your house. We need strong new state and federal action to eliminate sources of PFAS pollution and in unnecessary use of PFAS and pet foods packaging and in products found in and around the home, Evans said. Okay, here's something from USA Today. An invisible crisis already behind on utility bills. Many Americans face a tough winter. Longmont, Colorado. The temperature is dipping toward freezing Tuesday night, and Tanya Stark is getting worried about her rickety basement furnace holding out for another winter. Her plumber told her it will probably make it through, but at 99 years old, Stark isn't taking anything for granted, whether that's being able to keep the furnace running or remaining in her home as the electric and heating bills begin to mount with the cold. I keep thinking about what to do if I had to replace it, she said, from the living room of her one-story brick home about an hour northwest of Denver. I'm comfortable in this house. I wouldn't want to leave. The money isn't much, but the annual assistance under the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program gives her a little breathing room as she juggles paying unexpected dental expenses and higher costs with her Social Security and small savings account. It means that I can manage my other money a little better, helps me with my groceries, she says. I probably sit in the dark more than I should. It's been a real help. I appreciate it picks up the slack. Heating bills this winter on the rise. The combination of factors from supply constraints caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine to high inflation and a hot summer has experts from the United States and Europe worried that the poorest Americans will struggle even more than usual to keep warm, safe, and healthy in the coming months. Experts say those particularly at risk are older people living on fixed incomes, the very young, and people who are already sick. We're looking at a potential public health crisis, says Mark Wolf of the National Energy Assistance Directors Association, a nonprofit that helps states acquire and distribute federal heating and cooling aid for low-income residents. An estimated 1 in 6 American households are already behind on their utility bills after a scorching summer forced them to run air conditioning more than usual, Wolf says. He and other experts said people are being forced to make rough choices about balancing their rising energy bills with against medicine, food, and gas for their cars. Households that primarily use natural gas for heating are expected to spend an average of $931 on warming their homes between October and March, a 28% jump from last year. The U.S. Energy Information Administration said. For 2022, NADA sees the cost of annual utility services rising to $3,803, reflecting high prices for natural gas, heating oil, and propane in this summer's heat wave. So it goes on and on. We need to do something. Biden's not doing it. Let's see what else we got here. See what's this from ABC News here. Shoplifter security guard dead after exchanging gunfire at grocery store, said the police. A shoplifter and a grocery store security guard are both dead after exchanging gunfire in the store's lobby Friday morning, according to police. A woman was trying to steal from a giant grocery store in Oxon Hill, Maryland. She was confronted by a male security guard. Prince George County Police Mayor Zachary O'Leary said at a news conference. She took a handgun out of her backpack and shot the guard, O'Leary said. The guard returned fire and both of them died from their wounds, he said. And it's going to get worse, people. It will. You got to have the guards up. Be aware of your surrounding and everyone around you. Look, people, just look at people when you go out, The guard and shoplifter had not been identified. O'Leary noted that the grocery store is just steps away from a police station. It's quite concerning that 3 brazen acts are occurring, across the country in our backyard, especially right near our police division. I used to drive a taxi cab for 13 years, and in this one township, there's a 7-Eleven store, and there's a police station right above it, and that 7-Eleven got robbed a lot. They started giving police and cab drivers free coffee, so they stop in, a lot. So nothing happened to them. What's this area? Father in southern China anonymously claimed a $30 million lottery jackpot, keeping it a secret from his wife and child. Out of fear it will make them lazy. A man won 219 million yang, 30 million US dollars, in the lottery in southern China last week. He donated 5 million yang to charity and took home about 171.6 million yang. That's about 23.6 million US dollars after taxes. He anonymously collected his winnings and didn't tell his wife and child out of fear they'll get lazy. A man in southern China donned a yellow cartoon costume to conceal his identity when claiming a lottery jackpot prize of 219 million yang. That's 29.9 million US dollars, Bloomberg reported. On October 24th, the man solely identified as Mr. Lee collected his earnings from a lottery office in Nanning in the southern region of, I can't say that town, according to the local newspaper. He said he donated 5 million yang, that's about 685,000 US dollars, to charity and is poised to collect $171.6 million, that's 23.6 US dollars, after taxes, according to the Bloomberg report. Despite the man's intention with his newfound winnings, he told Nanning Evening News that he didn't tell his wife about their unexpected fortune. I didn't tell my wife and child for fear that they would be too complacent and would not work hard in the future, the man told the newspaper. Mr. Lee said he bought the winning ticket at a shop, a small town northeast of the capital. Well, that's all I'm going to read for you this time, and hope you enjoy it. Subscribe, comment if you want. And I'll keep putting news out for a while, as long as I get viewers anyway. So, have a good day.